I'm just truly believing that God wants to do something else in my life, and not just with the car or vehicle. I just know that just all around, like God wants to do something so amazing in your life. Like, but you have to allow space for him to do that. Like, you have to allow room for him to do what he wants to do. Like, God wants us to have like the best of the best. Like, he wants to bless us. That's in his nature to do that. But you really gotta allow him space to 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 just step in and to do what he needs to do. His plan is always going to be greater than your plan. Always, 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 always. So if that's the lesson in this whole entire vlog this week, that's really what it is. And like, just not just with this car, like even with things like my career, how I've stepped into being a professor while also still working for the firm. I never thought in a million years like this was nowhere in my plan to do. But again, God has a plan for our lives that's far greater than ours. So like when I got into grad school, that's kind of like when the idea of me being a professor started being a thing. But even with that, like I didn't expect it to happen so soon. But I'm just thinking about all the things that God has done for me, in the past like 5 years. And it's like little bitty moments. He shows himself strong. He shows himself, great and just miraculous. And every single time he's done that, I have, taken a step back and really allow God to just be God. So same thing applies here. I'm going to step back and allow God just to do what he need to do. Hopefully before Monday, I'll have a new vehicle. But even with that, like, it's whatever, It's whatever. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Danielle. I know it's been a very long time. It's currently mid-August, and today is the first day that I start back teaching for this semester. It's like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm headed to campus. This semester, I'm actually teaching a class in the morning, which is great since I can just start my morning with this, and then I have the rest of the day to work and do other things instead of it being like midday like it was last semester. This semester I'm doing what I did last fall, and I'm teaching a design communications course. I was up probably till like 1 o'clock in the morning trying to make sure everything flowed like for the entire semester. After today, I'm not trying to organize the rest of the semester like I was doing last year. Last year was my first time teaching this course, so everything was kind of like I was taking it like day by day just to see like the flow of things. Of course, like we have coordinators for each particular course that's being taught, and they would share like the course content, but at the same time, like I had it, but still was kind of like doing stuff like the day before or the weekend before to prepare for that next week. So this time, the fact that I taught the whole entire semester already, I taught this class already, I kind of like knew exactly how I wanted to teach it, because even though they gave me like the course content, I was still making adjustments along the way. I taught the class already, so I already know exactly how I want to teach it. The assignments that I want to do, I kind of combine a few assignments or whatever. So that should all go well. So today is just like an intro, going over the syllabus. Y'all already know, if y'all been to school, y'all already know. Going over the syllabus, doing a little intro, giving them their first assignment. Boom. Really sweet class. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Get them out, and we gonna get going. Like I said, it should be a quick day. So after that, of course, I have to go to work at the firm. And then after work today, I have a I have a training for a mentorship group that I joined. It's through a nonprofit organization through my church. That my pastor, he started a nonprofit organization called Made for Bigger, and so it's really just trying to lead the next generation of students, or just the next generation after the millennials. Of course, you got your Gen Zs, your Gen A's, all of them. So really just trying to lead them and guide them and mentor them for success in life. The mentorship organization that is tied to Made for Bigger is called Dapper and Poise. Dapper is the men's mentorship program, and Poise is the women's. I'm excited about that, so I have a training for that this evening, and then after that I'm going to hit the gym, come home, and prepare for my day tomorrow. So that's Monday, and I'm just gonna really be taking y'all throughout this entire semester. Now mind y'all, like, this is this week. Next week I start my PhD program, so hopefully they give us our syllabus and stuff, because I'm not sure if I have to travel next week or not. But right now I am set to be online. We're gonna see how this semester goes. I'm probably not gonna be on social media like that, other than like creating these YouTube videos for y'all. But it's gonna be like a semester where it's just me, God, and time management, okay? And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. So I'm going to head to campus. I got about an hour or something change of a drive. So I will see y'all when I get there. Alright, so we're going to do an intro to BIM right now. It's going to be just a presentation to kind of give you an idea of what CAD and Revit consists of. So what is BIM? BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. Not just drawing buildings, it's also just the visual process of how we design any building. What's up, y'all? So right now I'm in the drive-thru. I am at Chick-fil-A, and honey, I am hungry. Okay, so right now I'm currently shopping for a new car because as you can see, this is not my car. If you're new to the channel, this is not my car. I actually ended up totaling my car about a week ago. And I'm still like, I don't know. I'm trying not to process it anymore, because my car was drivable after the accident, but the repairs on my car just cost so much, because my car is it's a sports car, so my parts and everything are a little bit more expensive. Plus my car has been discontinued, so again, it's a little bit more expensive. So state of Georgia, if it's anything over 75%, they just go ahead and total it out. And my car ended up being at 124% for repairs. It hurt hearing them say that they had to total my car. Yes, thank you. You too. Now, what's going on here? Because I know good well, I know they say move up, but y'all blocking all of us. I have to shop for a new car. And right now, I'm kind of like being open to something. I think I really want an SUV now. I'm kind of over being in a car. And my car was so... Ooh, my car was so low to the ground that I don't even want to be in a car anymore. I don't want to be in the SUV. I want to be up. So I'm in the process of like shopping for a vehicle, but it's not like I was prepared to say this is gonna be my next car. Any car that I said I was gonna get afterwards was gonna be after I either finish my exams or I finish my next degree. And neither of those have happened yet to bring the extra pay. So the car that I want, I know I can't get right now. So now I have to change. Like, I'm trying to figure out what it is that I really want. So as I'm like going, I'm like literally like scanning like cars as I'm driving over the highway, like looking at them. Like, okay, that looks cute. That looks nice. I think I'll like that. But right now I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. So you really just blocked everybody from like not leaving just because you hadn't gotten your food yet? Like, you know when y'all be in the restaurant or the drive-thru and they be like, okay, can you move up? Because your food is not ready yet, because you probably ordered something that they gotta like make fresh. And instead of you moving up and getting out of our way, because I had my food and somebody else had their food too, you just gonna block everybody until you get your food. I just hope you have a great day. That was stupid, man. I hate selfish people. I really do, y'all. I can't stand it. But right now, I'm about to like find a place to eat their food. Kabuki. I'm not about to drive and eat. I'm not about to do that. When I say I look a mess today, I look a mess today. It's currently 11:31, and I just got out of all staff meeting at work. This morning was kind of like sleep in as much as possible because I didn't get in yesterday until like 11:30 because after the I told you guys yesterday was Monday, I went to a training for a mentorship group that I joined. And so that was at my church. The meeting was about an hour and a half. I had to come home and I went to the gym. I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym because I haven't gone to the gym in over 2 months. And so, if y'all hear me a little congested or anything like that, apparently the doctors are telling me, or the nurse practitioner told me that I have allergies. And out of my 30 years of life, I've never had allergies before. So my body is kind of like new to this. And they gave me some nasal spray and I sprayed it in my nose before I went to bed last night. And so I think everything's kind of like draining. But it's working a little bit, but I still don't feel like fully relieved of my allergies. I already think it's a sinus infection. I don't think I have allergies. I'm refusing to believe it. But went to the gym yesterday, and after that, well, before I went to the gym, I actually stopped to Kroger to get some items that was out of stock when I ordered my food last Sunday. And did that, went to the gym, came home, took a shower, went straight to bed. Okay. Went straight to sleep. Then I had another training for the mentorship program, but this one was actually with the county. That was like another hour and a half training. Now I'm working on work. Right now I'm writing this chapter for this master plan that we're doing. Can't really talk too much about the project because it's still kind of in the works. But right now I'm about to start this, finish it up, send it to the team, read over it, get their input, and then have this ready because I do believe we have a meeting on Thursday. This week is going to be a fun week because my little brother is getting married on Saturday. Before that, I have to go to Dublin to clean up my car because it's part of the like insurance claim and them totaling out my vehicle. I have to go and clean it out, and we have to like return the keys to the insurance company so that they can go pick it up, and then they take it to the salvage yard. And this is just gonna be interesting because y'all, when I say like that car was my baby, and I'm learning not to like idolize things. And I used to tell myself I don't idolize my car, but until it was gone, like of course I took care of it. I always took care of it. If I got in an accident, all of them somebody hit me. Um, but other than that, like I'll go get it cleaned, I'll go get it detailed, I'll go get it cleaned out. Like I took care of my car, oil changes, new tires, all that stuff. And so it getting totaled the way that it did, I'm grateful, definitely grateful to be alive because like spinning across the highway with oncoming traffic is not something that you, and then to live to tell the story is not something that you take for granted. When they called me to say that it was total, I was just like, Lord, I'm not even in a position right now to even purchase anything. Like, y'all don't even know. But I was currently like trying to pay off my debt, um, you know, repair my credit, all these different things, save for a house after that was finished. And that was going to be my next move to make, was to like purchase a house. I really wanted to like be in a house by the time my lease was up. This current lease was up in my townhouse. And then this happened and I was just like, yo, okay. And then when they called to say that it was totaled, I was just like, I shedded a tear because that was like my first car, especially after graduating from undergrad. Like it was a gift. And I took care of it. He got some miles on it because y'all know I used to drive to DC, from Georgia to DC, like a lot. But man, I was like, man, that's my baby. People have been asking me like, oh, so what you think about getting? So what you think about getting next? And I'm like, I really don't know because I wasn't planning on buying a car right now. Of course, you have your dream car that you want. Like you're like, okay, after I'm done with this, like I'm gonna work my way up and like get this at this age or get this at this milestone. And that car right there, I'm like, baby, I need to be a millionaire to get that car. The car that I really want. But outside of that, I was just like, I don't know, man. I want my car. I want my car. My car was my car. Yeah, I had fun in that car. That was actually my first dream car. I said, when I saw that one for the first time, I said, oh yeah, I gotta have that. I want that. And I thank God that I got to experience it. But it's just like right now, I'm just like, I do have a car in mind now. But I just said like I just want an SUV now. Like I've had a car, I've had a hatchback, I've had the sports car, and I'm like, okay, I think now I want an SUV. I think that's the case because I'm always. And then the thing I learned about my car, even though it was a sports car, the seats can lay down flat, so I still had like that big trunk space, extended trunk space if I needed it. Cause y'all know if y'all don't know, when I first moved to DC, I didn't take a U-Haul right away because I didn't have the capacity to do that just yet. So I took what I could, and then my family, my dad and my mom, and my little brother brought the U-Haul later with the rest of my things. So majority of the stuff that I had up front was like my TV, my clothes, all of that stuff was in the back of my Kia Stinger. And she had a time with me, man. That was my baby. I miss her. Hopefully I don't cry when I go out here to take the tag off of her and clean it out. I'm just gonna be like, dang, I'm sorry. Sorry you had to go out like that. Like, I really wanted to be able to take that car to the lot, trade her in, and get something else. Like, that's how I wanted her to transition. But to be total, I'm sorry. And I'm talking like it's a person. I need to stop doing that. Lord forgive me. But yeah, so I have to do that. Probably gonna do that tomorrow because we kind of need to get the ball rolling because I have to have the rental back by Monday, and it's currently Tuesday, so it's gonna have to be like something quick. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to get. I really don't know. Lord have mercy. So let me finish up this chapter. Alright, y'all. I am currently at the school. I have a lot of things to do today. One of the things being, of course, I have to teach today. Outside of that, I have to, after this, y'all probably can't see it, but my old desk is in the back of the car because I'm giving it away because, of course, I got a new desk set up, and so I'm giving this one away. I was gonna sell it, but I was like, Holy Spirit told me like, no. God said, just give it away. So that's what I'm doing. After that, I need to go back home. I'm taking a half day today because I need to pack, and I have to go to Dublin to clean up my car, drop off the other key, and then head to Savannah because I need to. I don't even know if I have to do that today because my dad already sent off the paperwork to the insurance company. We were thinking that they needed to have all the keys because when they sent the paperwork, the power of attorney paperwork, because there's a lien or something on the loan paperwork. I don't know. Yeah, like when you buy a car and you're still financing it, there's still like a lien or something that's on the car in case you total it or whatever. So we had to, like in the state of Georgia, you have to get like the power attorney paperwork finalized and everything before they can issue your payment to you. Because if you get a gap on your car, if anything was to happen, your insurance company will pay off the car for you and give you probably a refund or something if you are still owed, if there's anything left. So my hair is starting to freeze because it's getting humid in here. So that was that. So, but when they sent us the paperwork, it showed that there was a like a return envelope for the keys to the car. So we were thinking that they needed that before they can like finalize everything. But my dad, he went up there and asked them some questions. So apparently they don't need it to do what they need to do. They said people lose keys all the time. However, I didn't lose mine. So I have both of my keys. When I say I took care of my car, y'all, I took care of my car for real. I really did. Had everything, like everything that came in that car is still in that car. I still got everything where it need to be. So I'm about to go in here because I need to kind of like prepare for today's lesson just a little bit. I think I want to do, because like typically how I teach this course is, this course is Design Communications 2. So I'm teaching students how to design a building using BIM software. And the BIM software that we're using for this course is Autodesk Revit, which is typically what we use in the field every day. What is going on? I know something is off. Which is typically what we use in the field every day. But I think I want, so how I teach it is with that software, I design a case study along with them to show them how to use all the like the user interface, all the tools, all the settings, everything that has to do with Revit. I teach them how to do it by showing them how to do it, you know, with what I'm doing. But this year, I think I want to do a different design, I believe, for myself. Last year, I used one building to design. I designed one building using 2 different softwares because I taught Design Communications 2 in the fall, and then I taught Design Communications 1 in the spring. And so it's essentially the same thing, but you're using 2 different design softwares. So I think I want to go in here and kind of pick out what I want to do, because all of my students have selected the case studies. One thing I do hate about, like, not necessarily hate, but it can be a little irritating, that first week of school, especially in college, you have that drop and add period. Y'all already know all about that. Is when y'all know the students can register, drop a class, switch to a different professor, do all kind of stuff, and they have until Friday to do that. So you can still miss, depending on the classes that you take, you can miss 2 or 3 classes if you are still trying to figure out what professor you want to take. And so with this course, pretty much on day 1, we are getting started. So I already had one student drop the day of. I think he dropped while he was sitting in the class. Then, so when he dropped, it opened up another seat. But apparently, I only had 16 students register all summer, and my course only allows 17 seats. So when he dropped, it left 2 seats open. And then those 2 seats was taken before the end of the day. I checked later, like that was Monday, so I checked later that evening around like 7 or 8 o'clock when I was at that training, and baby, my class was full. I said, Lord, I was praying to not have a full class this semester. I had 2 full classes last semester, and then my first semester that I taught here, I didn't have a full class because it was the evening class. I think I only had like maybe 11 students out of 17 or 18. And I think a few of them, I don't know what happened, but on average, 9 kept showing up and turning in work. This semester, I have a full load, 17. We'll go back in here and check, because I haven't really checked since yesterday on how many students I had, because I needed to send the new students like all this stuff for the course, just to make sure they stay up to speed. Because one thing, I'm not waiting on you. You register for this class late, you gotta get caught up. I'm not. Okay. So let me go in here, get my things together. I want to be more coffee today. I don't know. But yeah. So let's go. Upstairs. Because now I got a meeting. One thing my students love to do before I leave, ask every question. I don't even done with that. Now I have to meet somebody. Like I told you, I was getting rid of my my desk, or giving away my desk. So I'm trying to see what how I need to meet her. So about to pack up, head to the car, and see where I need to meet her, so I can get back home, pack, and then go clean out my. What's happening? I'm back on the. I was about to say I'm back on the ground. Ain't even on Instagram, child. All right, here we go. So not gonna clean up my car today. After I dropped off, or I exchanged the desk with the person I need to exchange the desk to. Y'all, I can tell y'all, Lord Jesus, I don't. Why it's a secret? My deacon, my deacon at church. She I reached out to her because she has a daughter that's like into like tech style things. Her husband is what is it? He's like into computers and stuff like that, and so she's kind of into things like that as well. So I have a lot of techie things because, of course, with what I do every day, you gotta have like some good technology. So when I was in DC, if y'all don't know, like those of you who follow my page, y'all probably already know, but I had a stand, like a desk, adjustable desk. At the time, like when I got in that car accident, like my back was like really, really bad. And also I just wanted like that tech style, like black, like black techs. People that's in the, I keep saying tech. But those of y'all that's actually in the tech industry, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like I wanted to build me a, I'll be going through phases. I wanted to build me a PC. I wanted to have like the LED lights and stuff in my office. I wanted all of that. I just thought it was really dope. Like any man that I see that has that, even women, I just be like, man, the desk setup is so sexy to me. I just love it. But I'm kind of like out of that phase now where I just want to be like a girl's girl. Just everything aesthetically pleasing. So I had that desk for a while and it was doing me justice, but I just, after a while, I was just like, I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm evolving. Like, I want something different. So I switched out my desk and everything. So I wanted to give that desk away. I wanted to sell it originally because I was just like, man, I really did invest in this desk. Anybody know, like, those adjustable desks can be a little pricey. Be a bit pricey, and you can be waiting for them things to go on sale, and I'll just be like, nah, they're not gonna go on sale, because I waited for mine to try to go on sale too, and they was just like, yeah, that's not moving. So even like my monitor stands and everything, like that did not come with the desk, but I just so happened to find some that matched as close to the desk material as possible, and it actually was pretty good. I can attach that vlog to this, so you can still get that desk on Amazon if you want to purchase it. Just hit the link down in the description box. Even the risers, I got those from Amazon. The chair, I got that from Amazon, but that, however, is still at the house. So one of the reasons why I'm not going to clean out my car today, because by the time I exchanged that desk and got back home, because I was going to take a half a day today anyway, it was about past 2:30, and I was getting a little sleepy. On top of that, the place in Dublin closes at 5, so I was gonna get there at 4, and that's if I hadn't left immediately, like pulling into the house and leaving. I still needed to pack. I still needed to do some things. Then as I like pulled in the driveway, I get a notification that my new desk chair was being delivered today. I totally forgot all about that, because it didn't give me an exact delivery date. It just gave me a delivery window, which was between the 22nd and the 28th, which the 22nd is actually on Friday. So I wasn't expecting it to come today. Still forgot that it was coming. I was going to be out of town, but I wasn't even expecting to go out of town this early had I not totaled my car. So, yeah. So, once I started getting the notifications that all of my things were going to be delivered today, not just the chair, y'all. That's why I got on this call so excited. My samples for my clothing business came in today. I'm so excited about this new drop, and I don't even know why, because I've done drops before, but this one, I don't know, man. It's just giving me a new little feeling. But so right now, I'm on my way to pick up some new vinyl. Just check out this new vinyl store that I found, because I just want to see what they have, and I don't want to order. I've been trying out vinyl, different types of vinyl. Of course, you can get peak press vinyl from Michaels. I think you can get some from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. You can get some from Hobby Lobby. They'll do justice. I believe I've used it before. I've even done heat transfer vinyl from, what is that, Heat Press Nation or something. I can't remember off the top of my dome. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. I've tried them on some samples before, and I liked it, but I just don't necessarily always want to wait for stuff to be ordered if I can just go pick it up. So found out about this vinyl place that's in the area, so I'm about to go check them out, see what they got. And it's a particular vinyl that I'm kind of looking for. So hopefully they have what I'm looking for. And I'm gonna try those samples on today. Get a little cute, get a little did up, take some pictures. What else? So chairs coming, samples dropped, samples came in. Gonna write out a plan for that. Still got some homework. Oh, y'all. Another thing happened. So yesterday I noticed that one of my classes that I'm taking for my PhD program was uploaded to Canvas, which is like the little online system. Some schools in Georgia, we use D2L. Most schools do, but there are some institutions that use Canvas. So I'm familiar with both. D2L just means desire to learn. And that's just the system that we use at KSU. That's the system I've pretty much used for majority of the schools I went to in Georgia. But at Georgia Tech we use Canvas. So Morgan State is using Canvas. So Realized that they uploaded all the course content for the course. This course is the only course that's technically fully online. So went ahead and started doing the work. I did the first discussion post. Realized I realized this morning that I actually do have some homework that's due this Friday and Saturday, and it's not showing up. It didn't show up on the calendar because like the course instructor was like, pay attention to the calendar, it tells you when everything is due. But he has 2 assignments on there that have the wrong year. But the assignment that is on the calendar says that you need to do a assignment prior to that, and that assignment is showing that it's due in like 2024 and it's 2025. So it didn't show up on the calendar at all. So I'm glad I noticed that, because it would have been 2 assignments that I wouldn't have completed. So let's see. So I got some things to do anyway. So I text my mom and my dad and I said, hey, I'm actually gonna leave out early in the morning because the place closes at 5 and I don't want to be rushing trying to get there just so that I can clean out this car before they close, and then be on my way. So I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow. It's okay. There ain't nothing going anywhere. We thought that they needed the keys in order for them to pay us out for the vehicle, but they were like, nah, just turn in the paperwork and we'll get the car whenever you let us know that it's cleaned out. Because I mean, that's what I was confused anyway, because they were saying like my mom was like, you need to send off the keys with the paperwork because it sent them the envelope for the keys. And I was like, well, that don't even make any sense, because why would we need to send them the keys when they gonna get the keys and go to the vehicle? The vehicle has the keys in there. Just go to the vehicle and get the keys when you get there. It's doing too much. And I don't even like mailing off keys in the mail anyway. Somebody just take your stuff, or your stuff break. So yeah. So today, oh Jesus, get over. So we got a little stuff to do today. I was trying to wait before I slick back this hair into a bun, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it for these pictures because that's how I want to kind of like show these things off. Whew, Jesus. So I'll be at this place in about 6 minutes. I'm not gonna take y'all in there because I don't know how this business operates. It's my first time coming here, so if I fill it out, get a feel of the people, they might allow me to film later. But right now, I'm not going to be filming. That's what my chair was delivered while I was away. Now let me tell y'all something. I went to get the vinyl or whatever, and like this whole time, like when I'm working on like my clothing line, before I order samples, I'm already kind of like designing like how I want it to look, as far as like placement of my logo, the color of the logo on the items, and all of that stuff. So I just had a color in mind and I said it should work. It should work. It should work. And this is why I always tell people like order samples, order samples, order samples, because you get those samples and whatever image they like the stock photo might not really match what they send you. So it came, I took it out the box, I looked at it and said, okay, cool. I think the color that I wanted was gonna go with it. No. Get there, bought it, brought it back, put it next to the clothes, and I was just like, yeah, nah, I don't like this anymore. So had to go back, had 2 other colors in mind. This time I actually took the items with me. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time. Waste of time, but glad the place wasn't that far. So went back, got it, and it's in. I'm gonna do that later, but right now I'm about to take this chair out of this box so I can assemble it upstairs, because I'm not assembling it. I'm not I could take that box all the way up there, but to bring the box back down and do all that stuff don't make any sense. So, it's been an interesting day today. That's one of my work clothes is because I said I was gonna take a half a day because I had other things that I needed to do, and it didn't even happen. So. And then I need to vacuum because I've been bringing stuff in and out of this house. I don't know where my box cutter is. Might wear the clothes to the gym. You know how you order something and it looks perfect, but I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking it's a little off. But we still gonna put it together. We still gonna change. We gonna change some things out. But I don't know. It looks like a grayish tan and not as tan as I thought it was. I don't know about this one. I don't know if somebody lied to me on Pinterest. I don't know about this color. Okay, let's take this upstairs. So I was saying like the label was throwing me off, but I don't have the chair that has wheels. I have the one without the wheels. So mine is going to be a little different. So it was showing extra parts that I didn't have. Oh, I feel like the usher on the usher board. Got my white gloves. Be like, child, they be serious. Serious. Child, I can't. Yep, I'm gonna have to change out this because it's not matching. Well, actually, it's like one of those chairs. Y'all, I'm sweating. It's hot in this office where it's like wide enough for you to put your legs up. This chair is comfortable. And I don't even think it was really that much. I think I got this one from like $130. But I like it. But I do have to change this out because it's not matching. I thought the chair was kind of going to be like this color, but it's not. It's like, I don't like that. So right now I'm about to go and do a little stuff on my brand. Cool off for a little bit because, honey, it's hot. I don't know what's going on. Anytime I come over here and I start putting stuff together, I always like get like this. But this particular room gets a lot of sunlight throughout the day, so it be burning. But I'll be back when I have like everything together for Good morning, everybody. I'm currently on the highway, and what am I doing? I'm finally on my way to clean up my car. It's happening. I should be there. Let's see. I should be there about 40 minutes, but right now I'm kind of like doing or listening to videos for my homework. For one class, another class has finally like posted a syllabus for me to take a look at. So when I get kind of settled a little bit after I clean out my car, I'm probably gonna find a Starbucks to do some work out in Dublin. So yeah, it's finally like my weekend. I'm about to listen to this YouTube video that's a part of like one of my the module 1 for like one class. So I have to play that for a little bit while I'm driving. The video is like 27 minutes long, so I'll be like almost to my destination. I probably got like 20 more minutes to my destination once this video is done. So let me finish. This video is called the Urban Green.
Struggle for a sustainable future on this planet will be won or lost in our cities. In the next 30 years, we expect a doubling of the global urban population, and with that, a doubling of the global urban infrastructure. That is a very short window of opportunity to get things right. So urban investment decisions taken today will determine whether people will be locked into resource inefficient and fossil fuel dependent infrastructures and lifestyles, or if they will enable cities to become places where we can live attractive and healthy and sustainable lives.
Y'all, I just pulled up and I see my car in the little lot. Hey, man. She had a bad ride with me. I'm sitting out. I'm just putting up here and let them know that I'm here to clean it out. Yo. You can see like I'm basically hit the mud with the side. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I was not expecting. So the lady, I went inside and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm here to clean out my car. I'm here to clean out my stinger or whatever. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And I was like, wasn't expecting her to say say that. And I was like, yep. I gotta do it. And I wasn't expecting that when I sat in the car that I was gonna start crying, because and I also prayed because I was like, dang, like I always told myself, I'm like, I don't think I'm attached to my car. Like, yeah, I take care of it. Yes, I love my car. I love my vehicle. Again, like this was like my first car, that was mine, and it was a gift, after I graduated from college. And I just knew, like, I was just going to take care of it. Like, it was a car that I wanted. A car that, I appreciated through everything. Like, this car has been with me everywhere. Like, starting my adulthood and stuff. So, I drove it to D.C. I drove it back. But, just realizing how emotional I am right now, I'm like, yeah, I'm way too attached to this car. And I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. Like, I don't want us to be like that with things. So I just pray us in Lord, I release the soul tie of this car. Like I don't want to be too attached to a thing, like other than God, outside of God. You don't want to ever be like this attached to something, because it's just like anything, like God can take it away. So I'm just like, I gotta do better. I said, ooh, this not good. It's not a good thing right now. I shouldn't be like this, honey. So that's why I'm just like, yo, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna be crying. And I know a lot of times it's like, girl, I'm like, girl, really? You for real? Yeah, I brought nothing to grab all of these things out of here. For real. Did I do have my book bag. Just put it in there. Whew. But we gotta release it because God is trying to bless us with something new, and that thing. I'm still gonna be grateful. Always be grateful for the blessings that God does. He does. Grant us with or bless us with. But it's still just like He still doesn't want you to be so. He doesn't want you to idolize things, and that's what I realized. Like even with everything, like don't want the thing more than you want God. Don't want the thing more than you want everything, so much so that you don't even allow room or space for God to bless you with something new because you're so attached to the old thing. Whew. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, like I see what God has been saying, especially with this car, and there's other things too, but I'm just really realizing like this is not it's not healthy to like my reaction here is just proof to say like, okay, you got to get rid of the attachment to things or even things that you desire. Like we can desire things, just child, am I in a country child, buzz? But you can be attached to things or desire things so much so that you have a grip on it and you're not allowing God room to be Him, And God not got a way. He'll use a thing now to show you, where you need growth and development. Like he'll take something so small. Now he took my whole car though, but he'll take something very small and take it away from you to show you like, hey, he's trying to get your attention. Like you gotta let some of this stuff go. Allow me to do the work in you. So that's where I'm at, y'all. It's like, okay, God, I hear you. I understand. Whew. I hear you and I understand. I'm gonna finish cleaning this out. Only got like 9 minutes on my SD card. And I'll be back. I'll probably be back with you all by the time I get done with this. I only gotta clean out my middle console, my glove compartment, and I got one thing in the trunk. That's about it, y'all. Like when I say my car was clean, my car was cleaned out. I ain't really had too much stuff in here. Just the middle console, glove compartment. That's it. I gotta make sure I check under these seats, make sure everything's, out from under there. But other than that, we'll be done. I'll be done here in a second. I am believing and trusting God in this whole situation. God wants to do something else, y'all, in like your life. Like that's just plain and simple. Didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't like I was speeding, wasn't racing, I wasn't doing none of that. Just something happened. But God protected me in the situation. Like I said, it could have been a lot worse. So I'm just truly believing that God wants to do something else in my life, and not just with the car or vehicle. I just know that just all around, like God wants to do something so amazing in your life. Like, but you have to allow space for Him to do that. Like you have to allow room for Him to do what He wants to do. Like God wants us to have like the best of the best. Like He wants to bless us. That's in His nature to do that. But you really gotta allow Him space to to just step in and do what he needs to do. His plan is always going to be greater than your plan. Always, 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 always. So if that's the lesson in this whole entire vlog this week, that's really what it is. And like, just not just with this car, like even with things like my career, how I've stepped into being a professor while also still working for the firm. I never thought in a million years like this was nowhere in my plan to do. But again, God has a plan for our lives that's far greater than ours. So like when I got into grad school, that's kind of like when the idea of me being a professor started being a thing. But even with that, like I didn't expect it to happen so soon. But I'm just thinking about all the things that God has done for me, in the past like 5 years. And it's like little bitty moments. He shows himself strong. He shows himself, great and just miraculous. And every single time he's done that, I have, taken a step back and really allow God to just be God. So same thing applies here. I'm going to step back and allow God just to do what he need to do. Hopefully before Monday, I'll have a new vehicle. But even with that, like, it's whatever, It's whatever.